guys, welcome back to the vlog. So, I was at the Wasatch fly fishing expo earlier today, and now I am fishing. Getting pretty close to dark, so it's not going to be a super long session, but I want to get in some fish, so we're going to try to get into some fish. Looks like this might be my trail, actually. So again, just doing some stillwater nymphing. Don't have a lot of time, but we'll see what we can get. This lake has been pumping out some tanks lately, so we'll go see what's going on. But yeah, so it's fishing the standard, probably about 10 feet deep, running a midge to a leech. I am horribly underdressed, but didn't want to put waders on, slash didn't have time to put waders on, slash too lazy to put waders on, so there's no one else here. There's one guy actually, but yeah, we'll see. Nice deep water, super pretty lake, but yeah, so stay tuned. We'll see if we can't get into something. So the target today is some cutthroat trout, tiger trout, rainbow trout, and essentially all we're doing, and this is kind of what I do on most lakes that I fish for the first time, is I will set up on a decent slope so that I know I can cast deep enough to the kind of zone where I know the fish are, or at least generally where they should be. Basically, just bomb your cast out there, get it about 10, 11 feet deep, if you can get that deep, and then typically we just wait here and see if we can't get a grab, and if we can, then we'll move around a little bit. But this is kind of where I always start, is I'll run a midge, leech, to a depth that I think should be about right. Typically, springtime fish are a little bit shallower, but you never really know. So basically we're just fishing this drop, and hopefully we can get into some fish. Feels like a nice fish too. Check that out. Nice fat rainbow. A little derpy mouth on him. Looks kind of weird. Hey buddy. It's off. Sweet. What cool way to start. So get this. I'm messing with my rig, and I'm looking at my camera just to kind of see how, if that video turned out, that clip of me hooking into that fish. As I'm looking, my rod gets like yanked, and I look and my indicator's just buried and gone. So that sucks. It's probably like the most precarious standing spot I've been in a while. I'm not used to the mud bank, so like I just took a step to net a fish and just slid all the way down the bank into the water, but luckily I'm in these water shoes. I got a grab, and then it twitched once. I gave it one good twitch and it just went straight down. That's kind of what you want to do most of the time. If you get a grab and like it just twitches, what I always do, I mean maybe I'm wrong, but what I always do is I'll twitch it right after, just to kind of like, if they nip at it, I'll pull it and it'll kind of pull it up real quick, and it'll move, and then they'll just grab it most of the time right after that, which is kind of cool. It gets the anxiety, or gets the blood pumping. So as it gets a little bit later in the day, and the light gets less and less, a lot of times switching to a stripping rig can be a lot more effective, and that's actually what I'm going to do here in a second. But indicator rigs are great for searching depth, right? So like you get your fly set on a depth in a zone, and you're basically testing each zone to see, okay, are there fish in this zone? No. Are there fish in this zone? No. Oh yeah, there was fish there, right? But as it gets later in the day and there's less light and they're feeling less pressure from the sun, a lot of times they move around because there's a lot of places where there's more food than where they're hanging out at. That's why a lot of times really overcast days and stormy days can produce so many fish, and big fish, because they don't feel that same pressure that they feel in the middle of the day. because they're out and about eating more food. So stripping is great to kind of pick apart different water columns a lot quicker than casting for 5 minutes, nothing, pulling it in, shallowing up, doing that kind of stuff. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to ditch this indicator and I'm going to cast and strip these bugs back and forth and see if I can't get any takers on that. So well, I'm actually going to be fishing the exact same flies again, just a little different presentation. A lot of the old timers that don't like indicators, not even necessarily old timers, a lot of people that don't fish indicators, or don't like to fish indicators, well, that's the only way that they'll fish their midges. They won't even consider putting a bobber on it. But for me, I freaking love bobbers. I don't know what it is, but something about staring at it, like knowing that at any second it can drop, and like just having that intensity of just like staring at a rig and waiting for something to happen. Like I know a lot of guys want to just be casting when they hook their fish, want to feel it grab and all that stuff. But for me, like there is so much anticipation that comes with watching an indicator. Like, I just sit there, and maybe it's just because I grew up doing it, I don't know. But all I know is it's one of my favorite things of all time, watching an indicator just crush down. I know that just got a bit brighter, but had to adjust some settings on the camera. While we're here staring at a bobber together, you might as well say thank you for 1,000 subscribers. I'm so pumped, and as time goes on, hopefully this crew of homies that are all subscribing to this channel can grow and get better, and I can get better and teach you guys as much stuff as I can, and learn in the process of fishing with all these stud people that I've been fishing with and getting to know a little bit. But yeah, I'm so pumped, and it's just it's rad to have this thing moving and have some traction behind it, and have a bunch of really cool people commenting and liking the videos, and it's just definitely really appreciated. And all we can do is try and grow more and more and more until we get to the point where, I mean, maybe at some point I could do this full time and just make videos and kind of just hang out with you guys on a weekly basis. I mean, we're already going to be doing that, but hang out with you guys a little more often, maybe make some more videos, travel a little bit, go fish some cool places. But yeah, just thanks for being rad, guys. This is kind of blowing my mind, and it's super fun and it's super cool, and I just can't be anything but thankful. So thanks for that. Which actually reminds me, we need to come up with some sort of like reference for the group, all the homies watching these videos. And like I was thinking the dudes, but I'm not trying to get sued by our homies over at Lebowski. And I'm trying to decide, because I kind of want to make some merch and make some shirts and some hats and stuff that we can all get in on and kind of enjoy and have kind of as a part of the group that we're in. But yeah, so leave a comment below if you can come up with something, and yeah, I mean, maybe I'll come up with something myself, and that'll probably be what it is. But I mean, if I can get some input from you guys, that'd be rad. Just kind of seeing where everyone's at and seeing what everybody's thinking. Kind of some designs, and maybe not designs, but kind of some stuff that we would want on some shirts, on some merch. I don't know. I am curious though, and I look forward to advancing this into something that can potentially be something a lot bigger. So leave a comment below and let me know. Now let's catch a fish. Fishing is slow. It's slow, guys. I haven't got any love since that fish ate my fly while I was messing with my stupid camera like an idiot. I think I'm being punished for being inattentive. It seemed like a good fish too. It was like pulling line out of my freaking fly rod. Pulled my whole rod like that as I was standing there. Not even looking like a dingus. So as you can see, we moved to a new spot. Kind of just a little deeper. There's a lot more fish coming up over here, so figured might as well come mess with it. Haven't got any love yet, but there's a good number of fish coming up over here, so kind of thinking we're gonna get into one, maybe two if we're lucky. But it has been slow, that is for sure. Sometimes when you call last cast, it means you catch a fish, so let's hope that it rains true. That's a wrap. We'll see you next week. Make sure you like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and leave a comment if you'd be so kind about some potential merch options and kind of what you guys want to see. If you don't want to see merch, tell me below. Say, hey, I don't want you to make any shirts. But just let me know, and that way I can do better at creating content and creating things for you guys. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next week.